Happy Mother's Day to everyone. This is the Mother's Day edition of Kimspirational Show for you. How was everyone's Mother's Day today? As you're popping in, I hope that you had a lovely day. I know it was probably a little different given the current circumstances that we're in this year. Some states have opened up. Mine has not. I live in California. My governor is not letting us out yet. And actually, I am appreciative, sir. There are certain businesses that have begun to open up here and there, but I do appreciate his point of view of keeping us safe, not judging the other states. I wish you well on your journey, but I'm glad that we're still staying in a little bit. Aloha. I see. Hello. Happy Mother's Day. I am not a mother. I am a mothering type, though. I'm very nurturing. So the mother instinct is there. I'm so glad, Hamilton, that you enjoy the positivity. I see you, Candace. I see Karen. Or is it Karan? I see hello, Lyle. Okay, so I have some really wonderful stories I want to share with you. 3 important things that my mother taught me over the years. I love her dearly. She is almost 90. Oh my goodness, she's almost 90 years old and still going strong. And she's pretty special. Hello, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Hello. All right, so I'm going to teach you 3 amazing stories that my mother taught me, and a bonus is being nurturing. My mother is super nurturing, so that's how I turned out the way I did, I think. So the first lesson that my mother taught me was compassion. And just loving on everybody. My mother's one of those people that she loves on everyone all the time, no matter who you are and what you do. And I told this story earlier. I've told this story in my stand-up act. I've told this story on my Bounce TV comedy special. I told the story today on Fox Soul Live. Actually, I told it the other day when I taped it, but it aired today. So if you've heard this story already, I see you, Karan. Yes, Karan, I see you. I told the story earlier, so if you've heard this before, I apologize. If you haven't, enjoy it. So because my mother is so lovely and really loves on everyone, no matter who you are, really, especially, this is going to fall over. Let me fix that. Especially I like to say if you wear a name tag or a hairnet or a uniform for a living, she gives you extra special love because she feels that people who work in service, or in other words, essential workers, are essential to life. You can't survive without the bus drivers and the waitresses and the store clerks and the Walmart clerks. And she even puts Pine Sol in the bottom of her trash cans every week because she doesn't want the sanitation workers to smell her garbage. Now, meanwhile, everybody else's garbage is stinking up and down the street, but hers smells like Pine Sol because she thinks, well, why should they smell my stinking garbage? So she's very kind in that way, very loving in that way. And so she really loves on the people who work at like Walmart and Target and all that. So we have this tradition of going to Walmart and just walking up and down the aisles and buying stuff and just having a good time, right? And so this one time I went to go visit her. It was around Christmas time, and I was feeling really depressed. It was after Living Single was over, and things just weren't going really great for me. So we went to Walmart, and we decided that we wanted to go to the bathroom first, and then we went to the restroom. And in the restroom was this woman who was cleaning the toilets and the sinks and the mirrors, like she worked for the housekeeping department. And this kind of woman is my mother's people. She's like, oh, I'm going to love on her. Like, that's just what she does. Like, she's cleaning the toilets in here. It's almost Christmas time. I'm going to give her some extra love. I'm like, okay, Mom, whatever. Come on, let's go. So we go into the stall, and the woman is humming, "Oh, come all ye faithful," as she cleans. So she's like, while she's rubbing down the toilets and spritzing and everything. My mother hears this. I look over at her stall, and her foot is tapping. Like she's caught the beat. And I said, oh man, it's about to go down. She bursts out of her bathroom stall singing, "Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us," to the woman. like getting into the vibe and grabbing on the woman. And the woman from the housekeeping department, I could see she was looking at like, why is this woman grabbing on me? But in that instant, she felt the love beam of love coming from my mother to her. Then they began talking about how Jesus is the reason for the season and how, what the Lord has done for them. And this is Christmas time and how we're going to be good. And my mother, she had just said to me as when she walked in the bathroom, she was like, this woman is cleaning toilets and she's singing about Jesus. I'm going to give her some love. I go, Ma, give her some love, but let's get out of here. So now they're carrying on. True story. Now they're carrying on, and I'm trying not to let my mother know that I haven't been to church in years. So I'm at the sink washing my hands, and now that she's washing her hands, and I'm like, well, maybe if I just chime in and talk about the Bible. I ain't read the Bible in a really long time. I mean, I'm a believer, but I just haven't been to church. I just talk directly to God. Okay, so there I am at the sink washing my hands, and I'm like, oh, yes, I enjoy reading the Bible and, the books of John and Paul and Ringo. And I'm like, no, not Ringo. Ringo's a Beatle. Those are the Beatles. Those aren't just, isn't it John and Paul and somebody else? Those are the disciples. But I was naming Ringo. Yeah, those are Beatles. So I'm like, you better shut up, Kim Coles. So I go and I sit outside, and right outside the door is the customer service area. And so I'm sitting there and I'm just trying to chill and wait for my mom. But I forgot that I'm Kim Coles, also known as Sinclair. And now I'm in the Raleigh, North Carolina Walmart by the customer service area. And I start to cause a sensation. It's not my fault. I'm just sitting there waiting for my mother to come, but people start recognizing me like, oh my God, who's that? Is that you, Sinclair? I can't believe Kim Coles is here. What you doing here, girl? I'm like, I'm saving money just like you. And a whole commotion is being caused. And I feel like the security cameras were turning around and looking at me. It was just a whole thing. And people are coming from around the store, and I'm causing a commotion that I don't want to cause. So I tried to send a message, a telepathic message to my mother. My mother and I, we don't ever talk about it, but we're very much in sync intuitively. And so I try to send a message to my mother to come and get me because I'm not in danger, but I'm causing a sensation. But she doesn't feel me because she's in the bathroom with the housekeeping department. Like most mothers would feel their children are in danger and my child needs me, let me go. Not her. She's busy giving love to the lady. Okay. So I'm like sending love beams, and all of a sudden she catches it and comes out of the bathroom and she's like, oh my goodness, what is all this commotion going on? Now, I told you how much my mother loves on the Walmart employees. They all leave me and run over to her. Oh my God, Miss Bernice, how are you today? What are you doing here? She said, Kim Coles is my daughter. You never told us that Kim Coles was your daughter. Well, you never asked me. They're carrying on. Everybody's walked away from me, and now they're surrounding her. So I had to tell security, can you help me get my mother out of the store? Not me, my mother. And so we're walking out like, Ma, what was that all about? And she was like, you're not the only star in the family, Kim Coles. Because my mother calls me Kim Coles because it's all one word. It's Kim Coles. So that's a true story about my mother loving on people so much that she's really the star in the family, not me. Not me at all. And I'm perfectly fine with it. That time I was fine with it. True story. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. You will be blocked, and you know who you are. So I just thought I would, hey, Winston-Salem, I see you. So that's a true story. I've added it to my stand-up act because it's so true and it's so good that my mother's compassion and love for other people is so rich and so full that at the Walmart in Raleigh, North Carolina, I am not the star. My mother is, and I'm so grateful for it. That's lesson number 1, compassion. Candace is laughing. Hold on, let me take some water. Hold on. Suzanne, you work at a grocery store? My mother would love y'all. She would love you, I should say. She would love you. I see you, Rolanda Watts. Rolanda Watts is a part of one of the 3 things I want to talk to you about my mother. By the way, Rolanda Watts is such a cool story. I've met her in New York years ago. We became friends. And then I found out that our parents went to grade school together. So what are the chances that you meet someone at this point in your life and you find out that you have a generational story that goes way back? My mother went to grade school with Rolanda Watts' father. I love that. And we had already become friends and figured that out. So we're practically family. Hey, Rolanda, I'm going to tell everybody what we're working on in just a moment. Isn't that sweet? That's sweet. Okay, so that's number one, compassion. Number two, the thing that my mother taught me that's important, she taught me lots of things, but let me just share this one. The number two most important thing my mother taught me was to pray and then move your feet. Pray and then move your feet. Now, I'm told that that is a Quaker saying. My mother is not Quaker, but she adopted that early on and taught that to us. There's a lot of people, and I don't want to sound judgy, and I don't think that my way is the right way, and I don't think my mother's way is the right way, but it's the way that she taught me to live, and it feels right for me. There's a lot of people who pray and wait. Okay. And, I know there are scriptures about that that say pray and then wait on the Lord. And if that works for you, that is awesome. But I was taught to pray and then get into action on what I'm praying for. In other words, that God and the divine and source and, all whatever you call the universe, we are co-creating together. So I make my desire known, and we know that it's already known. I make my desire known, and then I get into action steps on my own dreams so that I'm co-creating. I'm not praying and then waiting like, all right, God, I could sure use $1 million in my bank account. Go ahead and make that happen. I'm going to be over here sitting down waiting. I'm not judging if that's what you do. But I was taught to pray, God, I sure would like $1 million in my bank account. And then what happens is ideas come to you. Connections come to you, people who can put you in places, people who can share information with you, that the miracles and the prayers come true through the people, so that the people are your source, not your source. The people are the conduit for which the source works through. So I don't just pray and go, okay, God, sure would be nice to have. Okay, I'll just be over here waiting. I go, I sure would like this, God, and here's what I'm fitting to do. Here's what I'm fitting to do my part. All right with you? So that's just what my mother taught me. Pray and then move your feet. Pray and then get in action on your dream. That's right, motion. Get in motion on your dreams. Get in action. And sometimes you have to take an action to find out that was the action that really sometimes you go this way just so you can then go back this way. Like, I needed to go here so I could learn that piece, and now I'm going to zig and zag over here. So that was what I was taught, and I have found it helpful. I found it joyful. I found it a way that I'm in co-creation, so to speak, with the Creator. Does that make sense? I'm fitting to take action, Pamela. I'm fitting to take action. Pray and then move your feet. That's the other thing that I was taught, and I love it. And the third thing I was taught was this whole thing of playing well with others. You've heard this African proverb that if you want to go far, go alone. But if you want to go fast, go together. If you want to go far, go alone. There have been plenty of times I'm like, I need to go this alone because y'all gonna hold me back. But the truth is that if you go together, if you create collaborative experiences, if you create a sisterhood or brotherhood or friends that you can grow together, you can go together even faster. And I'm so glad that she taught me to play well with others. That's the bottom line. And so I'm the kind of person that lives in that space of being in unity with others, living in community or community. Get it? Living in the space of collaborating with others. Well, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Oh, now the table is full. Do you get what I'm saying? And so I'm so glad that she taught that to me. And this brings me to Rolanda, who's here, or I think she might still be here because I stopped looking at the comments, that I asked Rolanda as my sister friend and as someone who I respect and watch her reinvent herself and take her gifts and open them and share them even more and more and more and more, to come and be a part of something called the Captivating Conversations Summit. And I'd like to collaborate with you and invite you to come also. Everything starts tomorrow. It is called the Captivating Conversations Summit. And in it, I have 25 of my collaborators, 25 of my besties, 25 people that I've said, come on and come along with me. And Rolanda is one of them. So come and teach what you know. Come and share your gifts with others, especially at this time when we need more than ever to not feel alone, right? We need more than ever not to feel alone. And maybe Team Kim could put the link here so you can register. So it's a free summit. 100% free. You sign up at captivatingconversations.live and you'll be taken to the registration page and you sign up and you get all these talks unlocked. It starts tomorrow, 9 a.m. PST, which is 12 p.m. EST. And I know a lot of you here are the EST folks, my EST people. And it sounds like a potluck. Yeah, it is like a potluck. It is like a potluck of love and inspiration and joy and possibilities. And so each one of these 25 friends, including Rolanda, who's here, teaches from their well of knowledge and wisdom. And she even teaches things that you may not even know about. She's going to talk to us about how she got her talk show, her very own talk show named after her. That's a huge deal. That doesn't happen often. And it hasn't happened a lot since then in the way that hers was done. It's really very special. She talks about how she then moved on to do other things, but always showing up and being her excellent, yummy self. And so she's one of the talks. Erica Alexander is one of the talks. Kim Fields is one of the talks. Kim Fields comes and shares a story that I've never heard before, and we've been friends for years. So does Erica, by the way. I have other amazing experts coming and teaching about business techniques and branding and how to start a podcast and all of these amazing things that will help build you at this time. If you want to go far, go alone. You know, a lot of us have spent a lot of time in isolation the last few weeks, and we're about to open things up. Well, we've been in isolation and we've been going it alone, and now it's time to go far together. The Captivating Conversations .live summit is going to help you to go far. So if you've been feeling a little down, this is going to help you feel better. It's going to raise your inspiration, raise your well-being. I have health experts. My very own naturopathic doctor is going to come and talk to you about stress and what to do to combat stress right now. My own meditation teacher is going to come and teach us how to breathe in a whole new way. I should take a deep breath right now. Whew. Yes. Yeah. So I just want you to collaborate with me. I say that everyone who participated were my besties. They're my either Hollywood besties or biz besties or real besties. And I want us to all be besties together. So if you share this with a bestie that you think would enjoy these kinds of talks, I would love to have you. So, thank you, Chrissy, for signing up. I appreciate you for doing that. Yes, yes, yes. So go to captivatingconversations.live. It's free. Now, I will tell you that when you click on the page, there is a paid option. And the paid option is actually the VIP All Access Pass. And let me tell you why this is special. And I want to tell you that the early bird for it ends in 3 hours. Okay, so let me explain it to you. The VIP All Access Pass gets you the replays for 30 days. So the free option is awesome, and you'll get to watch each one of the days for 24 full hours. So there's 5 talks each day. You'll have 24 hours to watch them. I'm giving you a workbook called the Captivating Insights Workbook. You'll be able to write down your notes, print it out, or fill it out online. It's really cool. But if you take the VIP option, you're actually going to be able to keep the replays for 30 days. That means 30 more days of getting this yumminess, this knowledge, just what you need to have the resources that you need right now to build yourself, to up-level yourself and your family bigger than ever. You're also going to get 30 days inside my community mastermind, which is a mentorship program in which I go in and we do these group coaching calls that are all around business development and personal development. And so if you take the VIP option, then I get 30 more days with you to really love on you and give you even more. Plus, you get 4 live coaching calls with me. This is after the summit is over, to make sure that you're staying in action, to make sure that you're staying accountable to all the things that you want to pray and move your feet on. So would love to have you join me. Does anybody have any questions here? I will stop and answer some questions. Look at the comments real quick. Oh, I'm so glad that this is uplifting for you, Tiffany. It is, it's what I do. It's actually what I learned from my mother. I get this from my Bernice. In fact, the whole woo, woo, woo thing came from my mother. Woo 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 means I love you, I see you, I acknowledge you, I got your back. This is someone who lives from the space of joy and taught me to do so too. Taught me to find the joy in every situation. And sometimes it's really hard. I ain't gonna lie. I look for the positive side. I look for the powerful positive side as often as I can. And I'm happy to share that with everybody. This is my gift. My gift is love and laughter. I'm sharing my gift with the world right now, and my gift of collaboration, going farther, faster with some of my besties, including the one and only Rolanda Watts, who is my friend, girlfriend, was a bridesmaid in my second wedding. You know, that didn't last, but we're still friends. Sometimes the marriage lasts, sometimes the friendships last, sometimes they all last, sometimes they don't. I'm just grateful that Rolanda said yes to come and talk about reinvention. You too can do this. This is a great time, believe it or not. I know it's a difficult time. I know there's a lot of yucky things happening out there, but I think it is the perfect time for change and possibilities. How much is the VIP package? Just go on the page, because I don't want to say the wrong price and the price has already gone up. So go to the page, go to captivatingconversations.live and take a look. The early bird is still available for another 3 hours, and then it goes up, but it only goes up by like $30. It's actually not very expensive at all for what you're getting. The value for what you're getting is 30 days with me after the summit is over and 4 live coaching calls after it's all over. My coaching packages go for way, way more than that. So I'm making it doable, and I'm making it so that everyone can have a chance to have interaction and possibilities and resources. I am the queen of wanting to give people resources, because when I was starting my business, I got resources. When I was starting as an actress, I received resources. I received goodness from other people. I received miracles from others. I prayed, and then I moved my feet and people showed up in my life that gave me resources, information, tools, and strategies. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. Yes, Rolanda says yes. Thank you. So go check the page. I don't want to misquote it in case the price is, in case it's changed over. It will not change over for the next 3 hours. And this is being recorded and I'm leaving this up. All right. I'm so glad that you all are here right now. Just click the link, go check it out. Team Kim Coles, thank you for putting the information there. Sharing laughter. Thank you, Dr. Peggy. Thank you, Lisa Marie Williams. How are you? How are you? Yay. Come through. All right. Yeah, my mom is pretty awesome. Pray and then move in faith. You only wait for the bus. What? Pray and then move in faith. It went by so fast, I can't see it anymore. This person here says, Johnny Andre says, I only wait for the bus. Again, there's other points of view, and I get it. And I want to respect your point of view. I'm just telling you what has worked for me. I pray, and then I get in action on the dreams that I want to see come forth. And that's how the miracles show up. People, places, things, situations pop up into my experience that would not have happened if I didn't stay ready and faithful. I'm passing that on to you, especially at these times. I know it seems rough. This too shall pass. We're built for it. We're stronger. We will be stronger on the other side of this. I'm truly believing that. I have to believe that. What else is there, right? What else is there? I'm glad it seems exciting to you, Deidre Rose. It is free to register. Go to captivatingconversations.live. There is the VIP option should you choose that. Would be happy to have you in that too. That way I get a chance to hold your hand a little bit more and give you some support. All right, I'm going to let you guys go because I've got to go over to the Instagram and let them know that the early bird investment for the VIP ends in about 2 hours and 29 minutes. So I got to go pop over and share that with them. Thank you all so much for being here. Share this with a bestie. Share this with a friend that you think this might be helpful. Registration is open. I'm going to leave registration open. You might as well come on and join from the first date on, because starting tomorrow, after the first talk, you've got 24 hours to watch that talk if you're taking the free option, and 30 days to watch that talk if you take the VIP all access. Sending love across the miles to everyone. Thank you. Yeah, midnight Pacific. So you've got 2 hours and 43 minutes. I'm not good at math. That is not something my mother gave me. My mother is excellent at math. I, however, not so good. But I can count my blessings, and I can count each and every one of you as my wonderful, wonderful friends. Come on and join us all in the Captivating Conversations.live. And there's surprises. Oh, there's giveaways. I didn't even told you. Once you join, there's giveaways, there's prizes and surprises. I have a very special guest who called me just a few minutes ago, and we set it all up for him to come and be with you. There's also a Facebook group, so you're going to get a chance to interact live as well. The interviews are there for you, and then we have a live Facebook group that's going to be all the things. All right, the paradigm shift has begun, Althea. Aletha, I agree with you. Yes, ma'am. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Take good care. Have a great evening. And these lashes are magical, but the nails are not. Okay, bye.